What we're going to do today is we're going to talk a little bit about the progressive movement, but specifically what we're going to be doing is looking at some primary source document sets that pertain to women's suffrage. No two students are the same, and no two classrooms are the same.
And I think the missing piece in many cases has been what resources do teachers have to help their students prepare for these kinds of experiences. What I'm really looking for, and I think that we're all sort of craving, is what's going to help our students perform better and teach them those great skills that we know are going to be important for their lives. Things like being able to make a strong argument and defend it with evidence. Things like being able to read closely and critically and to understand the difference between fake news and what is credible.
Connections playlists make it easy to create lesson plans tailored to student performance on the Smarter Balanced Interim Assessment blocks. These blocks allow educators to get an accurate snapshot of students' understanding of core concepts. They're flexible and can assess performance on a wide array of specific targets. It's easy to use a Connections playlist because they are created by educators. The playlist includes summaries of what students know and can do at each of the traffic light levels and provides suggested instructional next steps and digital library resources that address the areas where students need to improve and challenges them in areas where they excel.
You know, one of the things that I would say to teachers looking at the digital library is that it's not all about content, that it's really focusing on the skills and dispositions that I think Smarter Balance wants our students to be able to demonstrate, which I think from the history teacher's perspective is fundamental to what we do as preparing good citizens. The great thing about the digital library is that it leads us to ways to do that. And it really is a transition for us from going to teaching history as kind of a timeline of chronological events and great people to critically examining history from multiple perspectives and points of view.
What I've noticed about classrooms, and really about the teachers that teach to a deep level of comprehension versus just rote memorization, is that those students leave far better prepared, not just for learning, but for life.
It takes the guesswork out of wondering, is this lesson hitting the standards that it needs to hit? Am I teaching the things that my students need to know? And so by having that in the digital library, it just saves teachers a lot of time, and I also think it alleviates a lot of stress. Any tool that we can use to get students to those deeper levels of understanding is something that I would definitely recommend to teachers. No two students are the same, and no two classrooms are the same. That's why we're professional educators. Really the power of using the digital library to use these types of lessons that encourage students to have a diversity of perspectives. It's very powerful.